A single mistake on the prep line can lead to severe food poisoning, resulting in fever or hospitalization for passengers and crew. In a maritime kitchen, the responsibility is to manage every hazard within the workflow to ensure the ship remains operational and healthy. Food contamination is the presence of harmful substances, such as bacteria, chemicals, or foreign objects, that make food unsafe. We manage these risks by using a consistent, repeatable system designed to intercept these hazards before they reach the plate. There are 4 primary categories of threats to identify: biological organisms like bacteria, chemical hazards like cleaning agents, physical objects like glass or hair, and specific food allergens. To demonstrate this system in a high-risk environment, we will process raw chicken and a fresh, ready-to-eat salad simultaneously. The methodology we use is the CSCC framework: clean, separate, cook, and chill. Mastering this specific workflow ensures that safety isn't left to chance, but is a deliberate part of your kitchen routine. Step 1 is clean. Personal hygiene is the first barrier against contamination. Every shift begins with a clean uniform, thoroughly washed hands, and a secure hairnet. Removing jewelry and covering cuts with a bandage prevents physical contaminants from entering the food. These objects are more than just unappetizing. They can cause choking, broken teeth, or internal injuries. Once the handler is ready, the prep table must be wiped down with an approved sanitizer to create a sterile baseline for the ingredients. To prevent chemical contamination, all sanitizers and detergents must be stored on shelves entirely below the level of any food prep surfaces. If chemicals are stored improperly and drip into ingredients, they can cause immediate poisoning, resulting in nausea, dizziness, or a burning sensation for the consumer. Establishing a physically and chemically clean baseline is the first layer of defense. Without this sterile start, the station is compromised before the first ingredient is even touched. Step 2 is separate. This station is organized with a red cutting board and knife on one side and a green setup on the other. Color coding acts as a physical barrier. It stops allergen cross-contact, such as peanut protein transferring to a regular cake, and prevents biological cross-contamination between raw and ready-to-eat items. We begin by processing the raw chicken exclusively on the red board, keeping all poultry juices localized to the specific zone. Stop. Raw chicken often carries bacteria like Salmonella. If you move directly from the chicken to the salad, those invisible organisms bridge the gap, contaminating the ready-to-eat greens. To break this chain of contamination, the cook must stop, wash their hands thoroughly with soap, and change their gloves before touching any other surface. Now, the salad can be processed on the green board, remaining entirely isolated from the biological threats found in the raw poultry. Strict separation and mandatory hand-washing stops are the primary tools we use to prevent microscopic hazards from reaching the final plate. With the workspace secured, the final challenge is managing the invisible threat of time and temperature. This is the temperature danger zone. Between 5 and 60 degrees Celsius, biological contaminants like bacteria multiply rapidly. Leaving prepped food on the counter creates a window of vulnerability. The longer it sits at room temperature, the closer it gets to a dangerous bacterial threshold. Step 3 is chill. The prepped salad is moved immediately into the walk-in refrigerator, dropping its temperature safely below 5 degrees. Step 4 is cook. At the same time, the raw chicken goes straight to the stove, where heat drives the internal temperature well above 60 degrees. These 2 temperature shifts pull the food out of the danger zone, halting bacterial growth instantly. Rapid temperature control is the final barrier that preserves the safety achieved during the preparation phase. The result of this process is a safely cooked meal and a crisp, chilled salad, ready for service without risk. By following the CSCC steps, you have systematically removed physical, chemical, and biological hazards from the equation. Use these 4 pillars: clean, separate, cook, and chill to audit your own station and ensure every meal you serve is safe. Safe food handling is what keeps the crew healthy and the ship moving. Following this framework ensures you meet that standard on every single shift.